Greetings all, Frog here. Let's play some Factorio efficiently. I apologize in advance for this video because my phone started an update and I thought it would be done and I just wanted to start playing, so... you might hear a couple of buzzes, but that's it. Right. Fuel. You got it. That's not enough. Not enough. Give me more. Must have more fuel. There we go. Are we running out of... Yep, we sure are. Nice. Nice. We've got a good, solid foundation of iron. Okay, so in the I fixed the pulse generator. It was cross wires, basically. I needed to keep the loop in on the green, a separate network, basically. So that loops through on a separate network, and then this goes through. Had I not done that, it was causing, well, I mean, you saw it was causing override issues. So that's fixed. This works fine, except this. This needs to be two separate ones. Very frustrating. But that's okay. We can make that work. It does mean that our power pole design is flawed. Luckily, I'm not connecting anything to this power pole except for the reset switch. So I think I'm going to have to just put the reset switches on the big inside poles because there it goes. So let's get the reset switch back to where it needs to be. These are not going to work like these. I need 3 coming in. I don't even know how I'm going to get them out yet. I'm going to have to do some sort of like side-loaded business, which is fine. I mean, it's not like, oh, I got a side load. Man, this sucks. No, I mean, whatever. So we're going to go green into here, and then green is going to connect from here. This is only a double, so we can use, oh, of course we can't. So we can put green network in here, and then we'll put green, well, we'll just keep running across. Green goes to here, green comes into here. So the big poles will carry the green networks as well. That's awesome. Do I have cable for that? No. At least it creates in pairs, huh? Really? Okay. So, I mean, I could do that to get rid of... It's actually just easier to do that. And put that back. So, we're going to have to come up with a different power system to power all of this stuff. Because, one, that's not going to be able to go there. It's going to have to side load off of the... It's going to have to side load off. Which I guess is fine. Honestly, there are worse things than that. We've got the space for it. Well, no, we don't, because that's where the combinators need to live for this. Well, this one's not a problem, because it's a dual input system. So that's not a problem. My only problem is where do I put the power pole? I can put the power pole here. So, yeah, duh. Alright, so I want the power pole where it was, and then we could just use our inserter, because the inserters are smart enough to just go beyond the power pole. See? No problem. I've got 2 smart inserters, which is kind of nice. I need 1 more. So we'll get the 1 more. And then I need a smart chest. We're not quite to the point where I can order these yet, but soon! Soon. There's my chest. Well, no, there's almost my chest. There it is. Okay, now the real question is, do I need 2 of these guys now? Probably. Alright, so let's do 2 of those. We'll just do that to make sure, right? I mean, maybe I don't, but I bet I do. I've got the room for it, so we might as well, but this is complicated and messy, and I like it. So let me just make sure I rewire this correctly. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio here. I've got my little schematic. 4 of 289 apps. That's a lot of apps on the phone right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect the output of this bad boy. So this will be iron. No, we're going to filter actually the gears on top because the gears are to the left. Iron is to the right. Alright, so we're going to go gears from the output of this into gears. Into the output of this into iron. both of these guys need to go into... No, because that's right, I'm going to do 2. I'm just going to make it easier on myself. We're just going to have 1 is going to be... What do you output? Hold on. What do you output? You output A. You also output A. Well, that's fine. So we take A in. My mind just completely went blank. What's the formula for that? If A equals the product, output A, right? So if A equals the product, which in this case on the left is going to be gears, output A. And it's going to be the amount of A, not anything different. You're going to do the same thing, but you're going to do this for iron. Okay? So now, the output of this goes into the reset switch. I'm going to try and do it with the everything parameter and see everything, anything, each. I like each. I'm going to try each. If each of the signals... No, because it's got to equal the product. I don't have the product. If A equals the product... So normally this would be if A equals the product, then output A. So, because I can't put each over here. So, is it going to work if I do that? I think no. I think that's why it wasn't working in the first place. So this has to be if A equals the product, output A. Which would mean I need another one to control this? I don't remember Root Negative's example having that many, to be honest with you. I would check on my phone if I weren't optimizing app 131 of 289. I'm trying to think. I remember the 2 arithmetic combinators, because you need to do that. That's the only way that you can figure out the product that you have to limit. So I remember that. I remember that there is the RS latch, obviously. And I remember 1 combinator. But how do you limit that? Because the RS switch would have to take both. So I almost feel like there would have to be another decider combinator to make it work. That's incredibly annoying if that's the case. Because I would move all this back by 1. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to lose too much wire. This is me just thinking. I need to do something while I think. I could just implement all of the single item product, but there's not much of it. But I could do the single item product and come back to the double item. Let's do that. While I'm waiting, let's get the single item product going. Alright, so these, I don't need this anymore. Well, yeah, because that's how I'm going to test it. Good. This will be good. You are going to filter copper. Do we have room above or below? Above. So we're going to go above. I need my RS latch, the logic gate, and 1 arithmetic thing. Alright. It's the same thing as the gears. So I need 2 arithmetic things. Is there anything that's going to require copper in its input directly? Other than... I feel like the only other thing that uses copper... Oh, power poles. Which I don't have them set up yet, but they do use copper. That's a very astute point. So anything that's using the raw material needs that extra 1. Okay, so I just need 5. 5 for each. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While that's going, let's think about this. Okay. I know I could do it if I added a third. I know I could do that. It's very easy, because you take the 2, you add them together. If it equals the 2 of these, it would be fine. But I don't want to do that. Well, no, if you input the output count, if A equals that, say what A is. Alright, that's what we're doing over here again. If we can't run in between, really? I thought I just ran through there. God, I'm going crazy. How do you work? A equals that, input, output that. So when it outputs what you need, then as soon as A equals, it outputs A, which is greater than that, so that switches this. So it's going to switch the whole bloody thing, and I don't want to do that until they're both ready. So we need something that takes two dummy signals together, combines them into the A dummy signal, which is bigger than 1. So if each are greater than 0, output A. So when this is going to do an input, that's going to do an input. So we're going to have a dummy signal, I guess. Let's just get it working. So let's put a dummy signal in this thing. Let's put down delta. So D, it's going to output D. We're going to have another one here. I'm stealing these from the other thing. I know. I don't care. I want to finish this. Put this over here. If that equals gears, output E. Okay. Then we're going to have another one over here. Just somewhere to host it for now. Just hanging out in space. If for each are greater than 0, output A. Okay. So now this one, these are going to come into here, so their outputs go into this input. Okay. These outputs go into this input, back to the output. Okay. This is your reset switch. Output goes into set. No, output goes into reset. So that's your reset switch. Okay. Then the inputs from these are the chests, and the outputs from this. Alright. Output from this, into this, into this. Output from this, into this, into this. Output from that, into that. Okay. I sound real confident, don't I? Alright, that should have reset everything. So I'm getting a signal here. Am I getting a signal here? I'm definitely getting signals. That's not getting a signal. These are getting input signals. Should this be getting an input signal? It is. This is not. But I think that's okay, actually. Yeah, because it won't output the dummy signals until something happens. So I think this is right. It says hesitantly. Let's break the chain here, just so things don't go flying everywhere. Throw, what do I need, 15? 15 iron into the box. Leaves me with 9. Oh, just do it that way. Alright. I'm hesitant, but hopeful. Alright. We've got the things that we need. I'll take this moment to have some water. The suspense is killing me. Oh, that's my heartburn. Awesome! Worked perfectly. Exactly as designed. Why are you not picking up anything? Because I didn't set them up. Oh my bloody god. Oh my god. Alright, so I'm just going to pick all that up. I need 5 gears and 5 iron. Throw them in the box. It's going to take forever, I know. Yeah. 5 gears, 5 iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll just go down to 22 since I actually bothered to look at that before I started. Alright, so away it goes. Excuse me. Gracious. Have another mint. If this continues for much longer, I might take a break and run to the store. Have some Pepto-Bismol. Other heartburn relief is available. It worked! So far. Why are you not outputting anything? If A equals that, A equals iron, output D. A equals gears. Hooked them up backwards. That's a good reason. So now it flipped that. A equals iron. It doesn't flip that. That's the problem. So we've already flipped. We've already reset. Alright. That doesn't work. I wonder why. Reset the system. That has 2 inputs. That only has 1 input. Nope, I see it. There's the other chest. So it definitely has both. That has both. 2 outputs are going into there. So let's do it. Let's do everything rather than each. So they both have to do that before it's going to output that. I think that's what it needs to be. Okay. Might as well start. Here, leave that behind. Go. Reset this anyway, so. More gear wheels will just be used for science. 261 out of 289. My phone will be done optimizing before we get to the next music track. Alright. We've been working on just getting the logic behind this working for quite some time. Just going to kind of pay attention to see when this gets the signals. It's going to flip immediately again. As soon as one of them's done, yep, it flips because there is a null signal, and null signals are a problem. So this is not how this is done, unsurprisingly. Well, it's going to be back to root negative, I think, to figure out how they're doing the multiples. I know that's correct. I just don't remember the rest of it. In the meantime, we can do the singles. So let's. Iron? Can't very well do the walls. I don't have any stone brick. Alright, so. What am I doing? Top? Yeah, we already decided top. Top's the way. So we are going left inputs. Like so. Like so. And I need 1 more of those. That's what we finally decided that we need to do. Alright, in the meantime, we can set this bad boy up. So we've got a set reset switch going on. So we're going from the input of one to the output of the other, and vice versa. That's our set reset switch. Very nice. You are going to be A equals 0, output A. Good. That started it. And we just copy that to that, and that'll be fine. Input, output, beautiful. You are going to say if A equals the product, which in this case would be copper, then output alpha. Okay. Into this, we need to put the output from U, which is green, yeah? No, the output from that's green goes to here. So, alright, that's the output for that. Output from here comes into here, also goes to the chest. Right? output from the set part of the switch goes to here. Output from the reset part goes into here. Okay. You're going to take the dummy, you're going to take our copper, multiply it by the dummy signal, which is over here, and output the dummy signal. Okay. Then I have my new combinator. You come over here. You're going to take the coil, which is on the first page for some inexplicable reason, divide by 2, and output the copper. So the output from here needs to go to the input from here. Okay. This needs to be hooked up to the logic network. So now it should be getting an input signal of that, yes, because we're not requesting any cable. Let's reset our signal. We would like to have, please, 2 copper cables. Brilliant. So on the network we should have 2 copper cables. And 1, excellent. So that proves to me that it's doing its job. So that worked. Good. Those have the 3 wiring. That has the 3 wiring. The only thing it needs is the master reset switch, and it'll be good to go. So let's wire up the master reset switch. We're going to go along the network for that, correct? So here, to here, to here, to here, and we don't have enough green. We're going to be 1 green short. Unless it reaches. Oh, it does. Hold on, though. The master reset switch goes into the set side. Bam. Okay, it is barely long enough to reach. So that is the reset for that. Let's reset the whole system based on our order. Alright, give that back. Now we should see that this will take... Well, let's go get my chest of magic goodness, which I don't seem to have anymore. Oh, it's right here. So I don't want to wait for the whole thing to go around, so we're going to come down here, throw the chest down here, put an inserter here, and put 1 piece of copper. Bam! And it completely ignores it. Why? Because I didn't set these up. If A is greater than 0. If A is greater than 0. Try it again. 1 piece of copper. Why are you not working? Output A equals 1. Put A equals 1. If A equals 0. Haha. Greater than equals 2. Done! Good. Alright. We'll leave it for there. I will relook into how to do it with the multiple inputs because I was planning everything with 1 chest, and obviously that's not going to work, so we will figure that out and get it for the next time. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, click the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay updated to everything as it happens, and until next time, cheers.